Hello all, here with a new video for you today. I know I haven't made one in a while. Life just kind of caught up with me and priorities changed and life's been a bit of a whirlwind lately. But I've decided to get back in the saddle and real treat for you. I ordered an Umidigi G9T and I'm going to unbox it for you and give you a look. The box is actually reasonably good quality. I'll say that much. Oh, there we go. Okay. It's held together pretty good, which is good for shipping. Now, don't mind my giant knife that I use for fishing. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Hope I didn't give you a jump scare there. I ordered this one in the green. And let's see what it looks like, because I've actually been very curious for this. Good look. It looks good so far. Okay. Now these are supposed to come with a case and a pre-applied screen protector. So let's see how that is. That's obviously not the pre-applied screen protector. No, that's not it. Wouldn't be able to use the phone through that. Okay. The case, the box is very, very tightly fitted actually, which is quite good. Okay. It's a good size. The screen is a 6.75 inches. It's got a longer aspect ratio. It feels very good in the hand though. You know, bear in mind, I only paid $150 with everything for this phone. And it comes with a case and a screen protector. It feels very good in the hand. Let's see if it turns on here. Yeah, there we go. It's coming on. There, get that all in for you. This is what it looks like from the back. It's very nice that it actually comes with the case and the screen protector. Now, yes, it's going to come up as, it did come up as a better view here. It came up with the cold warning. That's because I just got it in the mail now, and it's like -20 outside today. So we're going to go English US. Hi there. Hello there. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and enter in the Wi-Fi. There, now you can see that we're done. We are done. We're just getting it's just getting everything ready now. And it actually came with 96% on the 96% charge, which is pretty good actually. Usually when you get these new phones, you still want to charge them right away anyway. Okay, so I'm going to show you some things. Well, that sets up. I'm going to show you some things right here on the back of the phone. So it comes with a 128 gigs of internal storage, 4 gigs of RAM, plus there's an extended 4 gigs of RAM in the external memory. So it kind of works out to 8 gigs. I suspect it works something like a swap partition in typical Linux. Either way, it should be more than good enough for my purposes. A curious thing to note about this phone is that it has 2 IMEIs. I'll have more on that later because I was not expecting that and did not know about that at all. There, now you can see we're just about at the regular Android screen through the setup. So far, it's been a very stock Android experience. I did skip part of the setup because it's a very stock Android experience, and you know, there's some personal information that doesn't need to be broadcasted to the internet in there. And here we are. It's a very stock Android experience. I like stock Android though. Oh yeah, get to your very nice interface so far. Very much not what I'm used to, but it's because I'm still very used to Samsungs, even though I hate Samsung. But there it is, the Umidigi G9T. I'll be back with a little bit more for you guys later. So here we are, going to hit the gym in a second, but this should give you a good idea of what the phone sounds like without an external microphone and how the front camera looks, because obviously this is not under ideal lighting conditions. So I hope that gives you a good idea. Unfortunately, very fortunately actually, my gym does not allow recording. If they did, I wouldn't go there. So And now this is me recording on the Umidigi G9T. This is a couple of days later, so I've had a few days to kind of play around with the phone. It's got some great features. First of all, the battery life has actually been very strong for me, even though it is a lithium or polymer battery, so it probably won't last quite as long. The other thing is the front camera. It does video in 720p at 30 FPS, which is not great, but from what I can see, it's a very clear 720, so I think I can live with that. The picture quality on the back camera is not bad, but I'm not a great judge of that because I kind of think that all cell phone cameras are mid. You don't ever really get that great of photo quality off of cell phone cameras unless you're in like perfect light. But it is only 13 megapixels, so that is kind of where they cut the corner. Now, the Android version that this phone uses is very, very similar. It's stock Android, which personally I absolutely love. I've been putting up with Samsung's Android for the last couple of years because I had a Galaxy X Cover Pro, which, by the way, was a great phone, and it came with a lot of great features, so I kind of had to put up with Samsung's terrible Android implementation for other good features, but so the stock Android on this phone has been, frankly, quite refreshing. Now, it doesn't come with the app drawer enabled by default, so you do have to go into the settings and enable that yourself, but that's not a huge deal. The display on this phone, by the way, is very good. It's got a very good feel in your fingers when you're using it, and it's a 6.75-inch display, and it actually looks very good. My only complaint about the display is that if you turn it into a landscape view and you watch YouTube videos, it's kind of an odd aspect ratio for YouTube. So sometimes you'll see black bars at the sides, but they're not big enough to bother me at all. The display, in terms of looks, it's quite good. The feel of the phone in your hand is actually excellent. Better than much more expensive phones, in my opinion. Like, for example, I have an old Galaxy S10 here, and the Umidigi G9T feels much better in my hand than this S10 does. Because the S10 has the glass back and the curved edges, whereas the Umidigi has an aluminum body, or at least it feels like an aluminum body, with a flat edges like more modern phones do. And this creates a much nicer feel in the hand when you're actually using it for day-to-day use. And the last thing to point out that's really nice about this phone is that it comes with a pre-applied case, and it comes with a pre-applied screen protector and case. So you don't have to run out and buy another one. And an underrated aspect of that is that with a lot of these phones, in my opinion, when you're using them, it almost feels like the case is an afterthought. So when they're designing the phones, they don't really seem to design them with a case in mind. And that leads to a lot of these phones being very, very clunky with a case on them. Whereas with the Umidigi phone, this phone, the G9T, the case actually seems to have been designed with the phone in parallel. So while it's a pretty simple, like rubbery plastic case, it doesn't impede your using the phone at all. In fact, in my opinion, it kind of helps it out because it gives you a little bit more grip. And it still feels quite good in the hand. Unlike the case that I had for this thing, which was one of those leather flap cases, and made it an absolute struggle to use the phone. Two more things to mention about this phone that kind of go against it, in my opinion, is that it does not have a removable battery, which sucks. And it doesn't have an SD card slot either. Though, it does come with a 128 gigs of internal storage, which is pretty decent for a phone that I only paid $150 for, taxes in. And now what I'm going to show you guys is just a couple of quick pictures that I shot with the camera on this phone under good lighting conditions. Like I said before, the camera's pretty mediocre, but I figured I'd show you guys and see what you think. So, don't forget to like and subscribe and pray every day.